I talk with a lot of service business owners, carpet cleaners. We have a lot of people interested in the services that we provide, but also having been in the industry myself, owning companies for 30 years. And one thing I've noticed a lot more lately than years ago is especially new people to carpet cleaning and owning a service business. There seems to be a thought that everything needs to be online. And the only place you get leads from is online. So, I'll ask, hey, what's all the marketing you're doing right now? And I'll get, well, we get, Facebook ads, or we do Google ads, okay, what else? Well, no, that's it.
Welcome to the Carpet Cleaner Success Podcast, a show created to inspire carpet cleaning business owners to build their own thriving residential and commercial cleaning business. Your host, John Clendenning, has built and sold successful cleaning businesses for multiple six figures over his 30-year career and is the founder of Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters, a digital agency that turns your online marketing into a lead generation machine. Tune in as John shares proven tips, strategies, and expert interviews to help fast-track your success in the carpet cleaning industry.
So we've been helping people understand all of the different things that you need to do to market a business properly. And we talked about that in some of our planning for 2022 webinar that ran in January. You can find on our website, carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com. Just click under free training and you can find a lot of our past podcast and webinar and masterclass sessions there. So we get that a lot where we realize that sort of the old school way, used to call it old school way, of actually building a proper service business and having it grow and expand and become dominant and those kinds of things. It's a bit of both. It's online and offline. It's the way you strategically set up your business, is what you do every single day. When you're brand new and you only have 1 or 2 jobs a day, well, you still have business owners, let's not even say 8 hours anymore, 10, 12 hours a day to grow a brand new business, right? So you're everything, you're wearing all the hats in the business, and you need to be the person out there promoting and driving the business forward. And there's lots of things you can do. Then there's the other crowd that they did all of that. Like back in 1995, when I started my carpet cleaning business, I'd already owned other businesses before that. When I started my carpet cleaning business in my early 20s, we did $100,000 the first year in 1995. There was no internet, and we weren't even in the Yellow Page book at the time, and in a town of 30,000 people. Well, how do you start a brand new carpet cleaning company in your early 20s and do $100,000 in sales in the first year? And again, for some of you, that might be, oh, John, we were way past that. And other of you are going, I haven't got to that level yet, and I've been in business a number of years. And we're talking 30 years later, almost 30 years later. That 100,000 should be 200,000 in your first year. That's the value of the dollar difference right now. And there's reasons why that happened. And a lot of businesses forget to do these things. What I strongly suggest when you're building your business, there's a couple of key things I talk about. One of them is you actually have 3 separate businesses. So these are writer downers. If you're writing things down, this is a writer downer. You actually are running 3 separate businesses, not one. Anytime you're a business owner, you have the first business is the before the sale, the lead generation, the branding, like what are you looking like to the marketplace, and what are you doing to generate leads, and where are they coming from? What are all the different sources? That is a business in itself. You need to study that. You need to know that. You need to hire people to help you with that, but you need to be chiefly involved in that. Then what we call the during the sale business. And the during the sale business is from the moment the person reaches out to you, whether that's phone, web chat, email, messenger, I don't care how they're talking to you. That's from that moment to the moment you're done in their home servicing them. That is during the sale. And that's a whole separate business that you need to manage and strategize and build. And then there is the after the sale. And after the sale is how you actively get repeats, how you actively get referrals, how you actively get testimonials, how you actively get them back again and things like that, how you get them to share, all of those kinds of things, how you solve a problem is an after the sale marketing business. It's that client nurturing and recovery and all of those things. That's a whole separate business. And I always suggest you work on your business in groups of threes. There's a magic in the power of three. So it was Dean Jackson that I learned some of these concepts from, about the before, during, and after in three separate businesses, like a couple decades ago. But whenever you're building your business, don't just focus on just lead gen, because if you do great at lead gen and you suck from the moment they communicate to you, somewhere in that realm to the time you're done the job, something about that is off, then you could do the greatest lead gen. Your business won't grow because you've got a log jam there. If you do great at servicing, but not great at lead gen, we know the problem's going to exist there. And then if you don't follow up properly, if you don't communicate, you're never going to get repeats and referrals properly. They're just going to find the next guy the next time, and it's not you. You really have to strategically run your business. So that's the first concept. The other one is, as you grow and you start taking off hats. So Michael Gerber, the E-Myth, and the E-Myth Revisited, some of those books back there include those studies. And you want to read that. You want to learn from these types of people, but you want to make sure that as you start taking off the hat of the technician or the hat of the manager of the business, you can start handing those off as your business grows. The entrepreneur's hat is always going to be part of the marketing and lead gen and like what is happening. You don't have to be the one doing it. You don't have to learn how to run pay-per-click ads, and you shouldn't. You need to be hiring people that know how to do it better than you, but you need to know how to manage your marketing and stuff like that. But what you should be doing is what we're going to talk about today. And when you're going to get a chance to get this guide as well. So the best low-cost grassroots marketing ideas for carpet cleaners and any in-home service business. And in fact, a lot of these ideas work across any business. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is really, really, really diving in deep on all of those things that you can do that don't cost a lot of money, that will generate a lot of business over time, but you got to do them consistently. This isn't a one and done. You've got to run a real business. And I'm going to give you a whole bunch of ideas and strategies, and we're going to walk through a presentation, but I'm going to pop in and out. I'm going to try and show you some of the resources. I've got a book right here. This is just some of the marketing that we've done for our carpet cleaning business over the years, pages and pages. And I keep them, not only do I keep them to talk about them, but I keep them to check year from year. We know that we're going to be doing the Miss You campaign in January and February. We know we're going to be doing the client activation campaign in March. We're going to be doing the price freeze and upping some of our prices somewhere in April, May, and we're going to be running those campaigns. And I'm looking at last year's, who we mailed, who we emailed, who we text messaged, who we phone called, what results they were and stuff like that. All of that is part of it. But again, there's ways to make those low cost. There's ways to add funds to that. But one of the other things that you want to make sure you're always doing is you want to project what your revenue is going to be for this coming year. So that was the training session we did in January. So projecting actually December and January, we did a 2-part series on how to figure out your math, how to figure out what you want to grow to, and how much you should spend in marketing because of that. And in carpet cleaning and in home services, the magic number is 20%. So 15% you can get away with, 10%, I'm going to tell you right now, not enough, and you're probably ready to sell the business, or you're just exiting out and closing it down. So 20% is hyper growth. So for example, if you're 200,000, 20% of 200,000 is $40,000. So $40,000 goes to your marketing, and then we teach you how to split that up. And it's not all online at all. Online's a big, decent part of it, but offline marketing and stuff like that. And some of these grassroots are so low cost that you're going to be doing those all the time. And then, you're going to want to put that budget in place. So if this year you're at 200,000, you want to go to 250,000, that's reasonable. To try and jump to 300,000, maybe adding new services and building a whole new brand or a whole new side satellite business, maybe that kind of idea might be a better concept. But you're going to want to be 200 to 250,000 is not a bad leap in a year. That's a huge growth. If you think about it, 25% growth, that's a massive growth. But if you've got a lot of plans in place to do that, then take that 250,000 and say, okay, 20% of that, that's 50 grand. I'm going to put 50 grand into my marketing budget to get to that level. But if you're only at 100,000, you at least still need to be putting in 20,000 to marketing to get to 150. And then at 150, you need to be putting 20,000 in to get to the next, or 20%. So you need to be putting 20%. This is the what we're talking about. But there's a lot of things that you can do that are $5 and $10 and $15 or free completely that we're going to talk about today that should always be complementing those things. You never want to just throw money at it to solve it. That's part of the mix. But as you start taking off that management hat, as you start taking off that technician hat and all that, these are the things that you can keep doing as the owner of the business to grow the business. So that's what we're going to jump into. We're going to talk about. So hopefully everybody's excited. If you guys can hear me, if everything sounds cool, just give me a 1 in the chat and I will start sharing my screen right now and we will get into it. Okay, so if everybody can see my screen, you see my lovely face and the low-cost marketing strategy for carpet cleaners and home service businesses. If you can see the presentation, put 1 over the chat so I know everybody can hear me and that everything's good. Awesome. Okay, we got a couple ones coming in. Is everything cool on your side, Rima? Good. Okay, good. So let's get rolling here. And I've got my highlighter on, something new I learned. So I'm just gonna, in PowerPoints, I can highlight stuff. So it just means I have to move screens differently, but here. Okay, so I need your attention. What we're talking about here is very important. And I want you guys to make sure your cell phones are off. I talk fast anyways. So a lot of times, people listen to these on replay, or if you listen to videos on replay and you put them into 1.5 and 1.75 speed, otherwise you're distracted. Trust me, you won't need to do that with me. So stay engaged, turn your cell phones off, turn your Facebook off, turn your TikTok off, just try and stay focused here. If you're a carpet cleaner, small business owner, and you're serious about getting better results, we're going to try and get this wrapped up in 60 to 75 minutes, that kind of range. So let's stay focused here. And now, if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you something special. I'm going to give you that guide I just showed you. So the best low cost grassroots marketing ideas for carpet cleaners. But I also decided I'm going to give you guys a bunch of other stuff as well. So what I'm going to give you is our full resource kit. So we're going to give you a link. You can go online. It's a Google Doc or Google Drive folder, and you're going to get our checklist in there. So if you go to our website, you can request the checklist as well. But it's to understand if you've got your online marketing right, ways that you can sort of self-evaluate. And if you need to consult with us, there's going to be an offer for a consulting as well. And then how to set up your website properly. Your website is the hub of your business. So people end up there to find out what you do and how you do it. So you want to make sure that your website is designed to convert and also designed to rank. So it wants to rank well so that you actually show up in your local market and you're getting all of those leads, but you also want it to convert well. And that's different than ranking. So a pretty website doesn't always cut it. It's got to look good, but it really has to be built with psychology involved. And then we're going to give you a whole guide on how to do that from a previous training that we did on how to optimize your website for maximum conversions. And also, this is our 2021 Google My Business guide. It's still relevant today. Google My Business has changed their name to Google Business Profile. So GBP instead of GMB. Don't worry about it. All we're talking about is Google Maps. And there's things you need to do to make sure you show up in Maps, not just for your primary term. So carpet cleaners, a lot of times they go, oh, I'm in the Google Maps. Yeah, well, if I type in carpet cleaning, you are. But if I type in upholstery cleaning, area rug cleaning, tile cleaning, wood floor cleaning, you're not. There's ways you can rank for all of the search terms in your local market that pop up a map listing. All of that's an 87-page guide right there, walk through step by step. We did a training on it, but we also provide these guides and stuff like that. So I just put them all together in a kit, added this new one, and said, hey, go at it. If you need any help, let us know. But this is literally a step-by-step walkthrough to help carpet cleaners dominate their local marketplace. So hopefully there's a value in that to you. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but who am I? So while in high school, I started my first service business, window cleaning, and did it as part of a business class. To pass a business class, had to set up an executive summary and a loan application and all this kind of stuff and a whole business proposal and plan. And for bonus marks, you could take it to the business to a bank and and get them to, give you an assessment on it. Well, my buddy Scott and I left the bank with a loan in hand. We weren't even planning on it. And we opened up a window cleaning business, bought vans and ladders and all that kind of stuff as high school students with zero credit, because the bank manager said, I've never seen a business plan as thorough and well done as that. You guys get the money. And we kind of laughed and thought it was funny. And for a couple of years, we ran the window cleaning business. He went off to college. I started opening up other cleaning businesses and janitorial businesses, and then eventually my carpet cleaning business. So I've owned franchises. I started a digital marketing agency that evolved out of helping people write better ads, learn how to answer phones properly, do scripts, how to write a better yellow page ad so that you're not just saying the name of your business and a logo in the yellow page ad. You actually have a title and a headline and your face and a guarantee, and the name of your business is secondary because nobody cares who they're hiring until they know why and what. So that all translated very well into web marketing. And so we started helping people and built a whole digital agency around that as well. So that's my background. I've spoken around at many conventions and stuff like that, and been the guest speaker or the keynote speaker at 3-day elite retreats for the highest profitable carpet cleaning companies on the planet, flown to the island Samoa to do that and things like that. So anyways, that's who I am. We'll bounce off of that. Just want to kind of let you know, we know what we're talking about. Some of our clients here, just a slide showing you that most of these clients have been with us for a long time, and just showing how they're showing up everywhere, getting ranked, increasing their business by 40% and 60% and things like that. Why and what do we do and why do we do it? So what we know works really, really well is that we make our clients the top brand in their local marketplace. That way you attract the best clients. You can book the top, or you can charge the top rates, and you're booked out weeks in advance. There's ways to do that. There's many, 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 like you think of the best real estate agent, you think of the best tire shop, you think of the best carpet cleaning company, as we know, the best maid company. They're seen differently. But they did that because they positioned themselves differently. It's not just haphazard. And there's ways to make that happen even before you're a big dog, because the ones that grew to that point had a strategic plan in place from the day they started. They understood where they wanted to position themselves, and they worked their butts off to get there. All of it together looks like this. It's called our digital dominance method. It's how we help you market your business. We do a lot of the digital stuff for you, but the stuff that you need to be doing, why you? That's called a compelling USP, unique sales proposition. Why should they choose you over anybody else? And low price is not the answer. You'll never stay in business if it's because you're the cheapest. So how can you make it, how can you compete against the guys that are $99 for 3 rooms in a hall when, example, my business, we have a ton of those in our marketplace, and 3 rooms in a hall, probably about $250 to $300. And we're the busiest around. Well, the business story I just sold, we're the busiest around. So I had our company for 26 years and sold it just less than a year ago. So you have a risk reversal guarantee. You have an engaging logo and branding. The number of businesses I talk to that still have a magnet on the side of their white van, never going to grow a business that's considered credible and reputable if you pull into the driveway with a white van. Just sorry about your luck. You need to spend the $1,500 and wrap the thing. And it has to be well designed, and you have to have your risk reversal guarantee, or at least your compelling sales proposition, your tagline on the side of the van, and there's got to be something standing out. Then you got to anchor that brand, and you have to have personalization everywhere. It is not about trying to look like a corporation. Even if you own a franchise, you're a Stanley Steamer, you're an OxyFresh, you're a ChemDry, I don't really care. You are the one they're buying from, not the franchise. Let the franchise market how they market. You're the local operator, you're the franchise owner, and you're the guy that the buck stops with you, and you need to show that and tell that and why that's different. So your Google My Business needs to be optimized and stuff like that. And then we start getting into your reputation and your authority in the marketplace and stuff like that. And that's our digital dominance method, working your way around, including email marketings and stuff like that. And there's stuff that you guys do that we don't do, but we teach you on it. We tell you and we help you and all that kind of stuff. So that's where this is all coming from. But what do I find is the biggest challenge faced by new and small cleaning businesses? And I'd even say on this one, even some of the big guys that have lost touch with what got them there, put it that way as well. What are some of those things? And what we're talking about is, for the small guys and the new guys, not enough marketing budget. For the big guys, it's forgetting this stuff. It really is. So what are we going to talk about? So the solution is that whether if the problem is not enough budget or forgetting about doing these things and kind of letting it go. The open secret is what we talked about. Ideally, you're going to be spending 15% of the money that you earn. That's an open secret. 50% of your projected revenue back into your marketing, because less marketing means less leads, less jobs, and less money. More marketing means more leads, more jobs, and more money. And this is going to become, trust me when I say this, I'm not trying to be a prophet or anything like that, and the amazing Kreskin, but this is going to become more and more of a conversation in 2022, because now that we've put the pandemic behind us, we're running into the inflation conversation. We're running into the war in Ukraine, terrible situation over there, but it's also creating an economic situation. So we've got inflation running wild. We got interest rates that are going to be going up. Think of every homeowner whose mortgage goes from $1,500 a month to $2,500 a month, or $2,200 a month for the same home because their interest rates rose. That kind of thing. Are they going to have as much money for services? No. So the best marketer then wins. And the person doing a lot of this low cost grassroots stuff we're talking about as well and complement is going to win and stay viable, and the other guys are going to fall out of the business as well. So that's a big part of it, is you need to be investing back, but you also need to be doing the grassroots stuff and never stop. So small business owners tend to start on a shoestring budget, and they acquire their equipment and things like that, and they only have a little bit of money left to invest. Then they wonder, hey, my leads how do I get more leads? Some of them go out and they get an ad that shows up. Oh, we'll sell you Facebook leads. Oh, we'll sell you these leads. Oh, I need leads. And they buy leads. And then they realize, hey, as soon as I stop spending money to buy leads, I don't have a business anymore, because I don't have any of this other stuff in place. I haven't built, a great client experience system in place that every client goes, oh my gosh, that was the most amazing service experience I've ever had. Of course, I'm going to use these guys again and tell all my friends about them. They've never crafted a business. They've never read the E-Myth. They've never invested time into, hey, what should my business look and feel like to the consumer before, during, and after the sale? And so therefore the business just starts to suffer, and they wonder why. And then you get a recession and they go out of business. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve for that. You need to consistently implement the time-tested low-cost outreach strategies that, again, every carpet cleaner that I have talked to that is successful did these to start. Some of them fall off the bandwagon. Other ones just do them. That's what the owner does. Or they hire somebody who this is their whole role of this, some of the stuff we're going to talk about today, and they train all their staff through it. And then you need to consistently invest 20% of your projected revenue consistently. If the market is going down and you think next year you're going to go from 300,000 to 200,000 because it's that bad, then take 20% of next year. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've rode out many recessions and slowdowns, and we've grown through them. We've stabilized or grown by consistently investing and not cutting our marketing expenses. The first thing we cut, you cut other expenses and you amplify your marketing expense. And that's what we're going to talk about. Your marketing investment. It's never an expense. It's got a return on investment. So, but what are the low cost stuff that you can always do regardless of the economy? Number one, we're going to talk about is sales scripts. So sounds a little silly, right? But really, when you answer the phone and or whoever is answering your phone, here's a couple of things we need to talk about. And it's not just answering the phone anymore. We'll talk about that as well. But you need to have a scripted process. Again, we're not talking exactly like a robot word for word. We're talking, you learn a script, you teach your phone answering staff a script. If you're using a call center, you teach the call center the main gist of the script, and you make sure that they stay on script. And when a customer asks some questions that take them off script, you dodge, you go off script, and you know you're coming right back, and you know exactly where you're coming right back to. When your technicians are in the home, when you're in the home, how are they approaching the door? How are they first introducing themselves? Are they calling ahead and introducing themselves so it starts a warmer conversation and a friendlier environment in there? Then when they go through the home and they're doing the inspection before the cleaning, are you just giving a price? Are you looking around and going, it looks about $300? Or are you actually measuring and assessing and testing spots and stains and using UV lights, putting on booties? And are you scripting that whole thing all the way through so that you become a consultant And by becoming a consultant, you're not charging $99 for 3 rooms in a hall. You're charging $200, $300 for 3 rooms in a hall. And they're more than happy to pay it because everything about your business feels and looks different than everybody else. And they know that it's not just a soak and suck. You're actually delivering a huge value, and you're teaching them the difference between you and other companies and stuff like that. So you need to be able to clearly answer the question, hey, why should I buy from you and not the other guy that I'm thinking about, right? And it's never about price. So actually, let me see if I can switches quickly enough. Yep, there we go. So, and I said I'm going to pop in and out on some of this stuff, but here's an example. So I train on this, but this is from the company that I've just sold. I keep pointing that way because literally I've maintained an office in the building that I own that I'm renting out to the person who bought our 27-year carpet cleaning business, and team and technicians and stuff like that. So this is the script that they still use, that we used for years. This is the script. But if you look at this is, I'm calling to get a price on cleaning my carpets, which is normally the entry level call. The last thing you answer is the price. And all of this other stuff is in between. But what is all this other stuff? Well, it was actually built when I learned neuro-linguistic programming, because I wanted to go, hey, how come some of the things I say influence people to buy my protector? How come to add on their upholstery cleaning, to add on other sales? And sometimes I don't get that. Just back in my 20s, I was saying, like, there's ways I can position things, and it gets more people to say yes than before. And then I learned, what is that? Well, it's the way you talk to people. It's called neuro-linguistic programming if you learn the science of it. And within neuro-linguistic programming, the very first thing we want to do is the deflection. We want to deflect from the price, right? How much do you charge to clean this? We charge, $192. Okay, thank you. Click. There was no value. And then all of a sudden you say, well, everybody's only concerned about price. No, that's what you made it about too. So the deflection is in the script, for example, hey, I can certainly help you with that. Tell me a little bit more about the carpets you want cleaned. Feels logical, natural, but you're deflecting them. Well, it's this and this. Okay, great. Do you have any pets in the home? Any stains, stuff like that? What's the main concern? Why are you looking to get this done? All because of this or this. Okay, awesome. And is it a fairly average size home? So you mentioned 3 bedrooms and a hallway. We charge by the cleanable square footage. We charge by the room based on size, whatever your method is. So just kind of get a general sense of the size of these rooms in the area, just so I can give you an accurate estimate. We never gave a quote over the phone. We always gave an estimate and a range, and a package, different packages they can choose from. That way, when on the day of cleaning, it's going to be within this range, but you get to choose where it falls, and based on what we actually see when we actually do show up. That's the way we've always done it, but you can do it whichever way you want. But as soon as you quote and lock a price in, you know that they're comparing you to somebody else commodity-wise, and you have to explain that. So the very first one was the deflection as an example. Now the second is framing. So now you need to frame. And you need to paint a picture. So, hey, while I'm figuring this out for you, you already know the number in your head. You already know it on a computer screen. You've got a calculator in front of you, a spreadsheet, whatever you guys use. But while I'm figuring this out for you, let me tell you why most people who call choose us to clean their carpets. What did I just do there? I just planted a seed that most people who call choose us. So when my price starts sounding higher by the end, that's called a cognitive disconnect. Why did most people choose them if the price sounds higher? Well, that's all the meat in the middle. So really, really, really understanding that the words you say help people buy from you or buy from somebody else becomes really important. The very next thing you say is your guarantees, because your risk reversal guarantee has to be better than anybody else's. So we guarantee that, the most thorough cleaning, the cleanest, floppiest, healthiest, longest lasting carpet cleaning ever, or it's free. And what we mean by that is if you're not happy with anything we do, we'll come back and clean those areas for free. Absolutely no problems, no strings attached. We're quite happy to do so. We're here to make you happy. If you're still not happy with those areas, and you can find, we're going to give you money back for that. But also, to go beyond that, if you can find anybody else who can actually get that stain out, those areas cleaner, we're going to pay the bill to do that for you. Now, we're the only company that does that. And the reason why we can guarantee that is because we don't blah, 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 blah. We don't do this method. We don't do that method. We don't offer a discount price, come in and soak and suck and leave it stinking and wet for days, whatever, right? What we do, so here's a don't. A don't is a pausing moment, right? We don't do you don't, here's what we do, right? So what's even better, that kind of idea. And people's brains are just following along at this point. You can pause and ask questions throughout the script here and there, but you're now telling them what we do is, and then you explain your method, you explain your process, you explain your 3 packages and stuff like that. So based on everything you just told me there, I'm going to say that you're going to be in a range of, say, somewhere between $250 and $350, really depending on the exact square footage and which one of those packages you choose. You don't have to decide now. The technician is going to walk through. He's going to do a full, thorough pre-inspection. He's going to test any spots and stains. He's going to give you his assessment, and you're going to choose whichever package, and you can ask any questions. There's no hard sell or anything like that. In fact, our technicians aren't paid on commission at all. They're just there to help you, but you can pick whichever package makes the most sense to you on the day of cleaning. At that moment, you don't say, would you like to book with us? Again, that's just literally like when you walk into a store and say, when somebody walks in there, hey, do you need any help? No, I'm just looking. That's the 99% of people. That's the answer. When you walk into a store and the salesperson understands scripting well, what do they say? They turn around and they say, hey, welcome to our store. I just want to let you know that over there, we've got some seasonal offers that are on super discount, 75% off. We've got some of the new lines over here. I see that your color scheme is purple. We have a whole rack over here of things that would complement your color scheme. If you need any help, my name is Jane and I'm here to help you. Yeah, Jane, show me that rack. 50% of the people will actually have that salesperson now engage and help them because the script was different. So we've got it right down to the point where delivering a client experience, this is part of the training I've done over the years, and how delivering a client experience is great. This is training for technicians. So, and the training, for example, on this one is call ahead, make sure you're dressed professionally, put shoe covers on when you arrive, have a package and menu system that you hand to the customer, a laminate, something tactile in their hands, things like that. Roll out the red carpet, do a spot before and after test somewhere on the job, things like that. So having all of that scripted is the point of this first step right here. I'm going to go back to my slides. Just think through it. Spend a couple of hours thinking through it. This is the grueling work of owning a business and not being just, working for somebody else. This is why you get paid the big bucks, when it's successful, and why you're taking all the risks. So put yourself into it. What are the things that help answer the phones better? How's the better way to explain your method? How's the better way to explain your risk reversal guarantee? How's the better way to explain stuff in the home? What experience can you deliver? You get the scripting right and your sales on its own. The reason why I put this as low cost, you can easily double the amount of work you're doing for the exact same amount of calls by solving for this problem. So hopefully there was a little bit of value in that. Probably spent a little bit longer than normal on scripting, but that's one of the big ones that you need to be thinking of. The next one is in-person sales visits. So right from day one of your business, do not be shy in stopping around and talking to people. So you need to be every single week having a list, having it in your van. If you're the technician, or if you're now the business owner, you've got technicians out on the field, don't ever stop doing this. You have a list of the office buildings, the medical offices, the dentists, the doctors, the chiropractors, any of the hotels, any of the condo buildings, property managers, things like that. You have a list that you're going to stop around, and you're not going to see the same people every week, but you're going to work through a list and you're going to introduce yourself. You want to introduce your company. You want to get names. You're going to have a first cold introduction, then you're going to have a slightly warmer introduction, and you're going to think through this. You're going to plan this out. So you want to introduce your company. You want to have a complimentary. What we always used to do is, when I first started the business, how to do $100,000 in 1995 in a town of 30,000 people? Really easy. I hit every single store on the main street. I hit every single hotel, and there I joined a bed and breakfast association, and on. You name all of these things. And what I offered when I walked into a store is, hey, how's it going? And they thought I was a customer. Hey, how can I help you today? Well, actually, I'm John. Just started this business, or I run this business. I'm not sure if you heard of us, and just stopping by to leave some information. Just also, and I brought my spotter kit with me. Is there any spots or stains that you guys are dealing with that while I'm here, I could do a quick complimentary spot removal for you? So we're going to waive our $95 spot removal fee and do that for free. Things like that. So we're ready to do that. We're going to leave information behind about the company, any special offers because I stopped in. things like that. I'm actually like, I'll pop back on the screen in a minute, just so I'm not going back and forth. I'll show you an example of the type of letters we left behind. We're not talking glossy brochures that people throw in the garbage. We're talking, you can have a brochure attached to something. You have to have a more meaningful sales letter. Here's who I am. Here's why I started my business. Here's why we're different. Here's why I want to be your service provider. You need to answer those questions in your copy properly. And then you can offer to do a quote while you're on the spot. And if they do that, they'll get a free protection, free sanitizing, free this, free that, if, added to the quote, and you can get the okay to measure up. And if not, no problems, no worries. Just want to stop and introduce myself. You grab some business cards and you're now going to follow up with them. So you meet and greet, you build your list, you write it down, and you stay in touch. And you stay in touch until they buy or die. That's the wording. But you want to build, who are the businesses I want to work for? Chet Holmes calls it the Dream 100. But in any sales environment, and you're in a sales environment, who are the businesses and commercial facilities and stuff like that you would like to be, learn more about, see if they're hiring outside cleaners, who's the person you need to talk to, all those. That all happens by walking in the door and asking somebody. Right? And being super friendly, bringing some gifts, like, again, pens and notepads are a good start. Next time you come around, you've got a person's name. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Because you read your list from last time. Hey, I brought you coffee, whatever you can do. You've got to do that. That's huge. In our industry, you got to reach out to real estate offices. And what that means is once a month, you are going to every real estate office. I get it was hard for the last 2 years to do this. We're doing it now. So in the real estate offices, they have stand-up meetings Monday mornings. They have, there's usually an office manager, like there's people that are training the agents how to do their jobs better. There's a secretary, all that kind of stuff. You want to stop in. You want to provide some sort of information. In fact, what we used to do is provide a really great offer for the real estate agents, and we got them to put it into every one of the real estate agents' slots. So we create a little package that was a little bit lumpy, put a pen in it, things like that, anything that's going to get them to open it. And we wanted to be their carpet cleaner. They're a real estate agent, and here's when you can use this and why you can use this. Here's what you get from it. Here's what your client's going to get from it. Here's what we guarantee. Don't take my word for it. Go look us up on the web. We've got the most reviews. We're the best authority. When they look us up, they go, oh my gosh, these guys are amazing because of all that digital marketing and all of that other stuff that we talk about, the digital dominance and the authority building. It all plays off each other. But even if you're brand new, get a little bit of that, get some reviews going like you're supposed to, do all that. And then you're going to do this. You're going to walk in and at least once a month to every real estate office, and you're going to get a few agents reach out to you. Next month, you're going to get a few more. Next month, you're going to get a few more. You want to keep a Rolodex of all of the high end agents. So you're going to go around and see the guy that's on the back of the bus, the guy that's been around for years, it. We always say that, there might be 700 real estate agents in your marketplace, and 10 of them are actually selling most of the homes, and the rest of them are lucky to sell a couple homes a year, right? That 10 that are the most active, they are the authority. They are the market leaders. They've done good marketing to get to there. They understood what the other 90% don't understand, or 99% don't understand. And those are the ones that you want to talk to. Those are the ones that you want to become your guy. And how do you do that? Well, you get them on a list. You pick up the phone, you call them, you send them a monthly printed in the mail newsletter with a personal little note attached to it. We've sent newsletters out to our clients and our preferred JV partners and strategic partners since 2001. So yeah, again, 21 years now. So and again, it's not that expensive. Like if you have 50 of these people on a list, and it costs, like even if it costs $1 all in with printing and mailing and stuff like that, that's $50 a month, and you're influencing the people that can hand you 2, 3, 5, 10 jobs a year, times how many of those people you're talking to. And you're going to want to share your before and after stories. So get them on an email list, get them, even on a mailing list, hey, here's a client that was just selling their home. We came in and saved them from having to do this. Here's a person who just bought a home, didn't have money to replace this and this. Here's how we saved them. Tell them the stories, show them the before and after pictures. You should be doing that. That's another free tool free low cost strategy we talk about anyways, which is making sure that you're promoting your before and after stories properly, not just a picture of before and after, but what's the story? Show the pictures before, during, after, and tell why. Take some videos. All that's free. Post it on your social media, post it on your websites. Have project galleries, not just a page of just before and after pictures. Nobody goes to that page. Have a story of why Mrs. Jones used ABC carpet cleaning to get, to solve her horrendously stinky carpet. And then there's the pictures, there's her testimonial, her feedback, her review. There's the little story. You've explained it. That's a page on your website. That's free. You put it on social media. You share it out to all your friends and family. You post it into groups, things like that. And you can even put $5 a day against it and boost it for 5 days. And there's $25. And now you've promoted that story. So that's all the stuff you do. But you can send that link to the real estate agents. If you've got them on Messenger, hey, by the way, here's another successful job we did. I just wanted to share that with you. You just keep dripping on them why you're better than all of the other ones they're thinking about. And even if their best buddy is a carpet cleaner and they're going, you know what, I use my best, but these guys market better. You're going to start getting messages from people just because you're doing this. My God, your marketing's amazing. And all you're doing is this stuff, this low cost stuff. Free giveaways is another one. So as I mentioned, you want to give away free stuff. Like if it's a hotel, offer to clean their dirtiest area, one room, 100 square feet, 150 square feet, whatever, but they have to be there to watch you. It's a demo. It's not go over there and clean that and come back and talk to me. No. You do it by arranging, having a conversation. Say, would you like a free demo? Yeah, okay. Well, let's arrange that. When's the time that you can be available? What area would you like? Let's go look at that. Okay, cool. I'm going to come back next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Will you be available next Tuesday at 10 o'clock to watch my demo? So I can show you what we do, why we're different, and what kind of results I can get out of this area. You can do a little spotting test ahead of time to make sure you're not going to have egg on your face and it's just a permanent stain, but you're going to do that. That's the kind of stuff that we did for years and years and years and just never stopped doing. So you end up with more and more and more hotels, more and more property management and condos. One of my good friends and a client of ours runs carpet cleaning business that does dryer vent cleaning. Well, they now do dryer vent cleaning for a whole bunch of day spas. Why? Because they got lots of towels and they got the dryers, and it always gets clogged. So once every month or once every 2 months, they're back in there cleaning that consistently on contract. Why did they get that? Not because they got a phone call from the day spa. Maybe they got a phone call from one day spa once and they went, oh my gosh, why don't we hit them all up and have a conversation, say, hey, do you run into this problem? Here's how we can solve it and prevent a fire, and on, do a quick look and see, and that kind of thing. So, but you want to be able to make sure that you can offer something free. Free is better than a discount. Free is better than 20% off. Free is add something for free. So you can, for an ideal client, you offer a free cleaning to become, so they get to know you, so they can refer you to other people. So if it's a carpet store, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but if it's a carpet store, offer to do the owner's house for free. Couple rooms, 3 rooms, a whole house. I don't really care, because that could be $10, $20, $30,000 a year in work. Does it matter that you spent $50 or $100 on solution and 2 hours of your time? It doesn't. So this is the way you need to think to become that different kind of person. But you're not going to show up in jeans and a t-shirt, and you're not going to show up with a white van. He's not going to refer that. You're going to show up fully branded in uniform and then deliver your experience. Roll out your red carpets, put your booties on, make them go, holy crap, this is obviously the company I need to refer, right? So things in offers, you can always offer a free armchair cleaning with 2 or more rooms of carpet cleaning. That's a better offer than saying 10% off or 20% off winter white sale or whatever. Offer to clean something additional. And maybe that armchair is an $85 value. $85 value, absolutely free. That's a better way to position your offers. So always think about free giveaways, completely free or free as an add-on, free spot remover with cleaning, things like that as the offer that you're promoting, limited time only, and to select people only when you're putting it in front of them. So hopefully that makes sense. Another one, a free maintenance kit. We have one of our packages. Again, 3 packages. Always clean. Always clean is you pay this now. We'll do a full cleaning, sanitizing, healthy home cleaning, 1-year warranty, all that kind of stuff. We're going to give you not just our free bottle of spotter that's refillable for life every time we're back. We're going to give you a full carpet maintenance kit. That includes a little white hand towel, terry cloth towel, includes a spotting guide, includes our step 1 spotter, our basic spotter, and then our more advanced spotter in there, on and on and on. You're going to create a whole, a carpet maintenance kit. You might even include one of those little rakes to put the rake lines in if you really want, because they're not that expensive, whatever that is. Well, our Always Clean is 95 cents a square foot. And that includes a complimentary traffic lane cleaning of any or all of the same areas within 6 months. If we don't hear from you by month 6, we're calling you and we'll come back and re-clean. So if you got in, you're going to get the full cleaning protections and deodorizing and all that this time, and we're going to come back and clean the traffic lanes for free. Why would we do that? Well, for 95 cents, you've paid, you got more than enough to do that anyways, but we're going to start marketing them at month 4 saying, hey, your Always Clean is going to expire soon. It's due, by the end of month 6. And here's all the other bonuses that you can, while we're there to do the complimentary free cleaning of the traffic lanes of those rooms, would you like to add on a couch, a chair, a mattress, a tile floor, a wood floor cleaning, a duct cleaning, and you're going to get our in-home savings. You're going to save 20% off of those services, even though your main service is free. And then at a year, we're going to start mailing them by month 11 and calling them and emailing them and saying, hey, you're Always Clean subscription is about to expire. You're one of our VIP clients. So let's come back, and you're going to be locked in at last year's prices. And as long as you book every 12 months within that your anniversary month for your cleaning, you're always paying the original price you paid for that service. So some clients will be on your Always Clean for 20 years like we've had, because they're still paying the price that it was 20 years ago. They just do it every single year. So, and then at the 6-month interval, they're getting other stuff done as well. And they're referring all their friends, and you've just become their guy. So, or gal. So think of it that way as well. So let's pause for a quick second. Is this good stuff? Are you guys learning anything from this? Put a 1 in the chat if some of this is new to you. Some of it's just a refresher. Put any comments in the chat if there's things that you guys are doing similar to this that's working really well. It's always good to kind of banter back and forth. But just share in the chat here, and I'll go through strategy number 5, and I'll check back in a second. So cool. We got a couple things coming in. Okay, great. So let's go on to outreach to apartment owners and managers. So you want to have a direct contact with the managers, superintendents. Sometimes that's just as a matter of just popping in the building and looking at the board and seeing who the superintendent is, hitting a buzz, and asking if you can have a quick second of their time. There's a whole bunch of ways to approach apartment managers, and condo managers are better than apartments, obviously, but any of that crowd. And again, what are you offering? You're offering a free room of cleaning, a free demo, whatever, free cleaning of part of a hallway, all of that same stuff that we've been talking about. You want to advertise in the apartment owners magazines and association websites. So you want to track all of those down. You want to find out what the associations are, and you want if that's a minor expense, it might be $100 or $200 a year, $500 a year in a big marketplace, and you want to advertise and get in front of these guys. Most apartment owners, managers, rental managers, if you're in a sort of a resort town or an attraction town, you're gonna have bed and breakfasts and Airbnbs and things like that. A lot of these owners are part of associations, and you want to figure out what those associations are. And sometimes it's just as simple as asking. The one you're in front of, you're chatting to this guy, you're put them on your Rolodex, you're having a conversation, you're following up with your newsletters, you're picking up the phone every so often, seeing if there's any units or problems in the hallway that that might need your attention, things like that. You don't want to be shy about this. You want to be persistent. And by them, it could be just, hey, Russ, how's it going? Great. It's John here from ABC Carpet Cleaning. Yeah, I stopped in there a couple weeks ago and had a good chat with you about the carpet cleaning. Yeah. Quick question, actually. Are you guys part of an association? I'm just trying to track down a few more associations in the area and just trying to get some names and contacts so that, we'd like to join a few of them, and just, as a vendor, and just want to know which ones you guys are part of. It could be as simple as that. A lot of times, just by asking that question, you end up getting them going, even if that's just your intro, you can ask that question as a phone call or a personal stop-in meet, and that leads to them going, yeah, what do you guys do? Yeah, we're looking for a new guy. So keep that in mind as well. You want to do that same idea, outreach to commercial facilities. You want to be sending direct mail. So actually, I'm going to show you an example now. So there's a headline, you know what I mean? So for example, This one says at the top there, exclusive offer for new select business owners only, right? And personally signed by me. This is, there's some of our awards, stuff like that. And we're offering a free carpet cleaning. So absolutely free. We're going to clean the first 100 square feet for free. No strings attached, as a way to show you what we do. We'll come out first. This is what we always talk about. How we can offer our guarantees. That's kind of, so it's more like a sales letter. Will we attach a brochure to this? Absolutely. But this is the sales letter. This will be folded up and mailed. This will be handed out when we drop around, things like that. Here's another example of one for real estate professionals, right? So here's another example of what we would leave behind when we stop in. And this one's two-sided. There's the gift of clean. I'm not that fancy. This was literally just done in Word. But if you can see, it's headline driven. It's personalized. It's got my family on it back when the kids were wee. It's got, it's got all the reasons why they should be considering us. Now I've got a reason to follow up. I've sent them something. I've dropped something off by hand. And now I've got to, hey, I'm the guy that handed out, I gave you that gift of clean. Just want to see if you want to take advantage of that kind of idea as well. So those are kinds of slides here. So, but that is that idea. You need to be sending, oops, sorry, I think I just paused my audio for a second. You need to be sending direct mail a lot. You need to be doing those personal visits. You need to be offering free demos at commercial facilities. Again, we found our sweet spot was the medical facilities, like the dentists, the doctors, the chiropractors, things like that, med spas. A lot of them still have carpeting or tile and we can, again, it's not 10,000, 20,000 square feet, which are nice contracts to get, but those are they're normally evening jobs and things like that. Well, chiropractors take Wednesdays off. That's great. Middle of the day cleaning. Perfect. Some dentists have certain hours that are off or whatever and things like that. But also, they're a different sort of class of person. They're not a procurement manager saying, hey, we got 800 or 80,000 square feet in our facility. We're getting, or 10 cents going or whatever. They're great contracts to get if you can keep them, but a lot of times they'll always go to the lowest bidder. So we didn't chase those as often and as much as we chased condos, and we chased those higher end medical type places as well. But, and that's when you offer packages to them. This was something that is so weird. You know what you know, and you kind of know what you don't know when you know it as well, if that makes sense, because we were offering three tier packages for residential for years and never once always said to ourselves, well, commercial's different. So commercial only wants the lowest price. We're going to offer them a low price. And we did that for years. And then by mistake on one quote, and our quote packages are 13 pages long with testimonials and a whole bunch of other stuff. But by mistake, I had an office girl do the quote for me when I was away, and she put in our residential quote packages in place of a commercial quote. Just put that one little bit in the middle of the proposal, and it was given the three options. And the client took the commercial place took the third option, and it was for about $1,000 or $1,500 more than the lowest. And then I went, ain't that interesting? So from that point forward, every single quote we sent out had three prices: basic clean only, full clean and protect, and a healthy office package with clean, protect, and sanitize or deodorize and all that kind of stuff, and all the bells and whistles and reasons why. And what we found is a lot of businesses actually chose the third package, and we priced it so that the difference between the second and third wasn't that much. So clean to clean and protect, they go, well, I do want the protector. Well, a little bit more, I get this. And yeah, it just upped our average commercial ticket by almost double pricing just by putting those packages in place. So be doing that, please. That's definitely make sure that when you're quoting commercial, you're not just walking in, looking around going, I think that's about $500. No, you're measuring, you're assessing, you're testing spots and stains. You're leaving a nice big clean circle in the middle of a traffic lane because you did a test right there. You're showing off while you're there. You're leaving a little bit of information behind, you're going away and you're going to be either coming back with a quote package or sending it by email as a PDF, or both. But you're going to find out all of that, but you're not just giving a price on the back of a business card and walking out, because you're now just discredited your authority and your positioning. You want to continue to build that authority and positioning, and that's ways to do it, doing it that way. So sales from employees at commercial accounts. This is huge. Any commercial job you do that has desks at all, desks at all, every single one of these people there, could become a residential client of yours. So any commercial job you do, and again, I don't care if you're a carpet cleaner now or if you're a window cleaner, if you're whatever, every single job you do, every one of their employees can use your services at their home as well if you do business and commercial. So what you want to have is a program, and you don't build it new for every single person. You build it once. This is now an hour or two of thinking, a little bit of crafting. If you're not good at Word or doing a little bit of design, you hire somebody to do it. It's, you hire a kid in high school that's learning this stuff, and get them to craft something up, whatever. Because the point is, the two things that work really best, tent card and a flyer. Really simple. So you're going to talk to the contact that you have there and say, hey, it's, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to, we're coming in on Thursday night to do all the cleaning for you, the office. Yeah. Do you mind if we leave a little tent card behind on the desks of everybody, just with our preferred client discounts? So because you're one of our commercial clients now, every one of your employees actually get a savings off our services that aren't available to anybody else. And is it okay if I leave one of those behind? We always left it behind with a notepad and a pen. We always had notepads and pens, just, with our branding and logos on it. And we'd left the little, gift card, like a little tent card with a gift certificate on one side of it, almost like a gift card, and then a little explanation. They opened it up and it told why they should choose us and why we're different. Two things it does. One, it lets them know about you. Two, it lets them know about why you're different and why the company hired you and all of that kind of stuff. So they don't just go, oh, the cleaners were in last night. Oh, these guys, my gosh, they use eco-friendly products, blah, blah, blah. All your strong bullet points and reasons why you over everybody else all becomes part of that message. And then the flyer, you can ask if you can post that up in the bulletin, on their bulletin board in the lunchroom. And you can also ask if they've got like an employee newsletter or an employee portal. You can send that over if it's okay for your contact to get that posted up there as well. Anywhere that they can possibly, if they got a Slack group, some of the people work from home now. So what? Hey, we just had the cleaners in last night and they got preferred client discount for all of our staff. Right? So whatever that is, that could be get the protection for free. Again, I'd rather use free than a discount. It could be, clean the 3 rooms, get the 4th one for free. Clean 3 rooms, get a couch or an armchair or a love seat cleaned for free. Whatever. You guys get the idea. That's the better discounts. But that's what you're going to do so that every single commercial job becomes 5, 10, 20 times more revenue than the job you just did. We've done it where we've done $300 and $400 small little offices and ended up with dozens and dozens and dozens of clients from it that are, clients for life. The lifetime value of the client, $4 or $5 grand, and we ended up with 20 clients. You know what I mean? Way more than the $400 or $500 we made from cleaning that office once a year, right? So you got to think in those terms as well. Beauty salons, big one for our industry. And I know most carpet cleaners skip this one entirely. So who in a high-end neighborhood or a high-end beauty salon, so we're not talking like your first choice haircutters and discount clippers and things like that. We're talking salons that attract the best clientele, right? So you are going to walk in the door, meet the owner. They'll have a little bit of an air about them. We all know that. That's totally fine. You've got to be good. If you're going to be the owner of the business, you got to be good at communicating with people. You just have to be. I started my business sounding like all of this kind of stuff, painfully shy, right? Painfully shy. Still painfully shy in certain social settings and stuff like that. But I would still ramp myself up, listen to my few Tony Robbins tapes or whatever, and walk in there because I had a script. I knew what I was going to say. I knew how I was going to approach the situation. So I would walk in there, get as much information as I could on the first time, come back a second time if I had to, things like that. But all I was doing was offering a free cleaning either in the salon or in the owner's home. And I often aimed at the owner's home. Hey, how's it going? I'm John here. I'm from this business here, handing my business card over and a couple of pieces of it. Great. Just wanted to introduce myself, let you know what, and I'd like to offer you a free cleaning. to you personally. So either in the salon here, but actually even better in the home. And here's why. Because I want to show you what we do. We're different. And that information I handed you explains why. But your clientele is my clientele because we clean for a lot of high-end people. You do your services for a lot of higher end people as well. And we would love to be, the person you recommend. We'd love to have you let your clientele know about us and provide a very exclusive discount to anybody who is one of your clientele to use our services and things like that. So because of that, I'd like to show you what we're all about. I'd love to give you a free cleaning in your home and show you why we're different, if that makes sense, or in the shop here, whichever, and show you why we're different. And you can, watch it. We'll have a conversation while that's happening. And if it makes sense to you, then we're going to leave behind some brochures at the, that you can put right here by the till. We're going to, and things like that. If you're ever running, mailing your list or doing like that, you can put a little tag below. We'll talk about all that stuff afterwards. But, and then anybody who becomes a client, what we'd like to do is give you, a bit of a spiff, a bit of a kickback towards your next cleaning, or just in cash, whichever works best for you. So just have a nice little win-win relationship there. So, and then every time you do clean for one of their clients that use that coupon, that discount, that promotion, you're going to want to get a testimonial, and if you can, a review as well, but a testimonial, feedback from them, because you're going to share that back to the spa. Hey, thanks so much for referring Sally Jones. We just did a cleaning in her home, and look at the great comments and words she said. Really, really appreciate it. By the way, another $15 or $20, whatever, has been added to your account. So on your next cleaning, you get that savings as well, or the check is in the mail, or the gift card has been emailed to you, whatever, however you've got that set up. Think your way through of how you want to do it. But that's the point, is you're going to want to pitch these people. You're going to want to stop around. That's part of your list of stopping around. You're going to find a list of all the high-end beauty salons and day spas, med spas, things like that. And then you're going to want to stop around. The other place that you can meet these people is the BNA or BNI groups, Chamber of Commerce. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to join those. Join them for this exact reason. This hit list becomes the people that you're going to, go grab a drink for and have a chat with, or whatever. You're gonna kind of step aside with, and they're just gonna get to know you. And now they know, like, trust you, and then you can promote this better marketing than most people are doing. Clubs, organizations, and churches, the bulletin boards, digital bulletin boards. This is a big one, has been a big one for us as well. We ended up becoming the cleaning company to clean most of the churches around, not because we're cheap, but or discount, because we weren't. We're the most expensive, but is because a lot of their parishioners were clients of ours and became clients of ours through strategies like this. So, and then as soon as we got to cleaning at a church, we would do this. We would actually, and we'd even reach out and call them and chat to them and see if they'd be interested in making, having a donation program. The donation program is, we'll hang the flyer, and if any of your, give a great discount to your parishioners and members, or if it's an association or an organization, and any of them that become clients, we're going to donate 10% of the job back to your organization, or put it towards cleaning of your organization in the future, whichever you choose, right? And you can even offer to do a discount in exchange for, hey, if you'll post these around, we'll give you a good discount off of the cleaning as a thank you for marketing for us or promoting for us. So that alone, and just staying active with it and staying in touch with somebody, that alone is just another great idea that works really, really, really well. And it's just a matter of you going online, picking the list, starting to make some phone calls, starting to stop by, and having some conversations, and having a script and a plan in place ahead of time. So reupholsterers, great connections. Less and less of these, I get it. Reupholsterers, high-end people will keep the furniture because it was really expensive. The wood, the springs, the structure is good. They just want to change the look of it. So you're definitely dealing with high-end clients when you're dealing with a reupholsterer. And it is literally just a matter of, again, that picture I showed on the previous slide there, that's typical. They're older people. It's not a lot of young people getting into the upholstery business. But you want to stop around all of them. You want to know all of them by name. You want to be friends with them. You want to go grab a coffee and stop in and say, hey, Jim, I just brought you coffee. How's it going? Great. What are you guys working on today? You just want to become a friend with that guy, and you want to leave some brochures behind and stuff like that. And you want that guy to be referring you to every one of his clients who may need, hey, you just got us adding this new Haitian cotton. The only company I would suggest you get clean is my buddy, Russ over here at Russ's Cleaning Services kind of idea. You just want these guys in your back pocket. So anybody you can think of that's like that as well. But yeah, anybody in that industry that services your clients in the exact way you do, any area rug retail stores, things like that, all of those, same idea. Residential neighborhood outreach is another great one as well. So this is this is 2 slides on this one because we're talking about it. It needs to be very, very specific. You have to understand that when you go and clean for this one customer, you're on stage, as Walt Disney used to say. Every employee is not an employee of Walt Disney. They're a cast member. They're on stage and they're performing. When you're in your truck or your technicians are in the truck, from the moment they drive out of your driveway to the moment they come back at the end of the day, they are acting like the ideal service technician. They're acting like the ideal customer service provider, and they have to understand that. And everything about your business has to represent that as well. So your van is a moving billboard. It has to be a moving billboard. You're sitting in drive-through getting a coffee, the van has to be selling for you. You're not throwing cigarettes out the window. You're not spitting out the window. You're not anything that's going to detract from that, because that is taking away from the movie that you're playing out for and acting out for the people that are watching it. The brand has to be really, really strong. And so your tagline, your slogan, your guarantee has got to get known by everybody. We actually used to have vans parked around town, or letting our technicians take them home if they're living near a busy street, because we wanted the van to be a billboard and then show back up at the office the next day. Ways to think of it that way as well. But during the slow season and stuff like that, we would drive around town and drive through neighborhoods, right? Just because it's a moving billboard, and ways just to get that impression going as well. When you're on a job, you want to use door hangers. So everybody talks about the 5 around. There's actually a process where you're going to have door hangers, A-frames, and yard signs. So we're going to talk about the door hangers, A-frames, and yard signs. And what we're talking about here is that at the end of the street, you're going to have an A-frame. And just like the real estate agents do, and you're going to have an A-frame. It's going to have an arrow saying we're creating another healthy, clean home down the street here, and then your logo and your branding, right? And your tagline. And it's going to have a big arrow pointing down. So when you pull onto the street, you pull over just like a real estate agent does, and you put the A-frame on the end of the cul-de-sac or the end of the street, and then you drive down to your customer's home, right? And then when you're at the customer's home, you're going to put a yard sign. Get out of the van, and you're going to put a yard sign right in front of the house before you even start anything. In the ground. And the yard sign is going to be one of those cheap ones that you're going to leave behind. It's going to be like a, sort of like a wire frame with like the plastic bag over them or whatever. They're really inexpensive. You can get hundreds of them for not a lot of money. And then you're going to go to the door. You're going to go and do your cleaning. When you're all done your cleaning, you're going to ask the customer, hey, by the way, I've got a sign out in front there just to let the neighborhood know about us and stuff like that. Tell you what, if it's okay, if we can leave that there behind, and we can leave it there if you can leave it out for a week, that would be great, or a couple days at least. I'll give you a free bottle of our spotter that's refillable for life, just as a thank you for doing that. If they say no, 99% of the people are going to go, yep, that's fine. If they say, well, my husband's not going to like it or no or whatever, hey, no problem. I'll take it with me. I'm going to leave you the bottle spotter anyways, just as a thank you, right? So it's never about not leaving the spotter. It's just a reason why and a little bit of a carrot to get a yes. Right? And then when you leave, you're going to do the door hangers. I strongly suggest you don't do 5 around, you do 20 around, 5 on either side, 10 across the street. So you leave the house, door hanger, 5 across, walk across the street, put them around. It takes about 5 minutes. Teach your technicians to do this. It doesn't have to be huge offers. Our best offer was $7 off a whole home of carpet cleaning. It's not about discounts and being cheap. It's about branding, telling them why your risk reversal guarantee, picture of you as the owner on the door hanger as well, all personalized and being really about you. They're going to look out, they're going to see the door hanger, they're going to look at the window, they're going to see that there's a a yard sign. That was the neighbor who just got the cleaning. The message on the door hanger is, hey, we just cleaned for one of your neighbors and helped beautify their house, right? You go back to the end of the street, pick up your A-frame, and off you go again. That alone is going to generate work for you. Just that alone. And then another neighborhood strategy that works really, really well, pick your ideal neighborhood and offer one free room of cleaning, no strings attached, as a letter in a white envelope on the doorstep, right? So if they say no soliciting, move past. I get it. But we've done this for years and years and years in golf course neighborhoods and nicer neighborhoods and stuff like that. Just one free room of cleaning, no strings attached. We want to become your carpet cleaner. We want to get to know you. Things like that. They open it up and it's like a personal letter. The best ones look like you typed it on a typewriter even, for gosh sakes. This isn't about flyers and flashy. You can put some reviews in there from recent clients and things like that, but you're basically telling them why you over anybody else and you want to prove it. And it's a two-step process. So when they call you, say, yeah, I got the free room letter. That's awesome. Great. Tell you what, a lot of people have taken us up on that offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop around. I'm going to take a look at your home with you. I'm going to take a look at the room you want cleaned, and give you and in fact, beyond just the free room, I'm going to give you a bit of information about how to properly care for your carpets and your different flooring and stuff like that while I'm there. We call it an audit. I'm going to give you, a full cleaning and healthy home audit. And then you're going to get the one, we're going to schedule a time to do the one free room of cleaning. Does that sound great? What's the best time to come out? Right? And you can leave a bottle. I'll give you a free bottle of spotter while I'm there and all that kind of stuff as well. You give them a reason to have you there twice. And the reason why that works better than just the first time is you can really position yourself. You can measure everything up. You can look at the whole home and you can say, hey, tell you what. So you did tell me on the audit form here that you've got 3 kids and a dog. You haven't had your carpets cleaned in 5 years. The recommendation by the EPA and the carpet manufacturers every 6 to 12 months. So you're way behind the cleaning. I showed you on my white towel how dirty the carpet was everywhere. So I'm totally willing to give you the one free room of cleaning just to try us out before you get anywhere else in the house done. Or you can schedule us to do the whole home and we'll still give you that free room of cleaning and take that savings off. You get to decide, no pressure. Here's the pricing if you want, everything done. Just think it over and give us a call when you're ready. I never even tried to sell it there. I made it such a soft sell that most people would call and get their whole home cleaned. The odd person would call and just get the one room. Totally fine. All we did is ask, hey, thanks so much for getting the free room cleaned. Did you like it? Yeah, great. Can you give us a review on Google as a thank you for getting that free room? That also helps your business as well. And great, here's our referral program. Can you tell your friends about us? Great. So free rooms really work to help build the business and can be used in a recession, can be used when the market is slow, because your solution in your time isn't that, like your solution isn't that expensive. You've got time to, in your schedule anyways. Employ your time building clients and building a customer base. So one of the last strategies we've got here right now is the online networking. So I'm going to talk about the local Facebook group strategy, but you can do this with any groups and online. There might be a LinkedIn groups. There might be other, Alignable and places like that have groups that, local groups and stuff like that. But think of it that way. But let's talk about the Facebook group strategy and you'll get the full concepts of this. And remember, by all you guys sticking to the end, and it doesn't look like we've dropped, one person dropped off, but you're going to get a full guide on all of this when we're done as well. So I know I'm kind of going fast and going through a lot of stuff, but you got a guide to digest when we're done as well. So what we're talking about here is you want to join all the local groups you can, the buy and sell groups, the mommy blogs, the mommy clubs. You're going to look for local Facebook groups. You're going to ask around. You're going to talk to your friends. The business network groups, the local business owners of, you name it, like Gainesville, Florida. I don't really care. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of these public and private groups on Facebook. You want to create a spreadsheet. Whether, I don't care if that's pen and paper. I don't care if you know how to use Google Sheets or Excel. I don't really care. But you're going to create a spreadsheet of the groups you've joined. Put the direct link. That's why a digital one works better, but whatever. A direct link to get to that group. So as long as you're signed into Facebook, boom, you're back at that group again. A notation on the rules of posting, because you're going to read that. They're going to tell you what the rules are about what you can and can't post and who the admins of the group are, because you're going to end up reaching out to these admins. But before you do, you just want to join the group, and you're joining the group personally, not as a business. Most of these groups won't let your business page join the group. It's you as an individual person. So you're going to join the group and you're going to start engaging. That's your plan. I don't care if you don't like Facebook. I don't care if you don't like social media. You're running a business. You're going to like posts. You're going to make comments about the posts. You're going to get a feel for how the group operates. And you're going to do that for 1 or 2 weeks, sometimes even a month. Strategically as a plan, you're going to become seen as somebody in the group and active personally, right? When you do that, you want to set up your personal Facebook page to look great for visitors. That is a mix of your family stuff and your business posts. So there's lots of simple YouTube videos that show you how to hide things. Only your family can see these things. Only your closest friends can see these things. Other visitors to your Facebook page will not see these certain posts and these things like that. You're going to be strategic about this. Again, you're a business owner. You need to learn this stuff, or you're going to find a 15-year-old kid that already knows how to use Facebook or tools, and they're going to do it for you. This is simple stuff. So if it's all brand new to you, don't be scared. Just deal with it, because it's not that hard. And the stuff you're going to do is you're going to show a little bit about your business. You're going to, in your bio, you're going to talk about who you are, stuff like that. Your cover photo could be, you holding your kids, or beside your van, whatever. But you're going to let them know that, not only your friends and family know you own a business, obviously, but this is a broader perspective on this one. And then you're going to connect directly with the group admins, and you're going to wait till after you've been in that group and sharing and become a valuable community member for them first, right? You're going to get on their radar, basically, is what I'm getting at. And then you're going to introduce yourself and your business. You're going to ask if there's an opportunity to provide special offers to group members. This works really great on the mommy groups and stuff like that, the new mom groups and things like that. Hey, love your group here, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to go, yeah, you've been engaging and you've been chatting to people. That's awesome. And all that kind of stuff. And again, not business related at all, just good person stuff, right? And then you're going to say, yeah, so here's what we do. And in fact, your group is great for what we'd love to do is provide a very, very, special offer to anybody in the group who might want to use our services and stuff like that. Is that available, right? And again, you can even get the admin to post this if you have to. Like, every group is slightly different. Some of them say, oh yeah, on Tuesdays you can promote everyone. Okay, whatever. Other ones is, no, we don't really allow promotions. No worries at all. I'm just wondering if, you can even promote it saying, hey, and then that's where you can even offer to the admin of the group. Again, if it's local, it's a local group. They're a local person. Tell you what, would you like me to give you a free cleaning at your home? I can come out and clean a room or two to get to know us, learn about what we do. And then if that's cool, from there, if anybody asks questions about carpet cleaning, I'll answer it and I'll leave an offer for them. That's a good starting point. You can work it up from there. But when you do get to do a post, it's a non-salesy post. You're not posting a flyer. You're not posting, oh, super special, blah, blah, blah. No. What you're going to do is showing a bit of a before and after of a job you just recently did, a problem you just recently solved. In the post, you're going to explain a bit about, hey, I just wanted to share this. One of our clients had a baby spit up all over the carpet. They tried this and this and this and turned it bright pink. We came in and we were able to solve the problem. Just wanted to share that in case anybody has that problem. Here's who I am. I've been in the cleaning industry for 20 years. I own this company, blah, 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 blah. Again, it's not an ad. You show some pictures and you tell a story. And then if you're allowed to, then you make your unique offer to the group. Say, and by the way, I know you guys are all, there's a lot of new moms in the group here. So if anybody wants to use our services, it's been okayed by Marilyn, the admin or whatever, that, I can give you guys this offer. If you get us in to do any cleaning in your home, baby spit up or not, here's what I'm going to do for you. Blah, blah, blah. And free, right? We're going to do that. You pay for our cleaning. Yep. Any more questions? Hit us up. Go to our website. Your website should be very personal. It should have your face on it. Should have your story on it. Things like that. Go to our Facebook page. It should have those before and afters and those little stories of things you've helped. Everything you're doing is just layering on top of each other. And again, none of this costs any money at all. Right? So that's the strategies. I could go on for hours, but that's the strategies. Do you put in the chat here if you think any of this, even any one of these strategies, will help you make some more money in 2022 and maybe help recession-proof your business, depending on what's happening to our economy coming up. So Just yes, throw a 1 in the chat if that sounds like something that's been valuable to you guys. Cool. Hey, great. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Kate. Yep, I see ya. Cool. So I'm glad you guys like that. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's where you need to go. carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com/rewards. Nothing to opt into. You're going to get free access to the guide that we just ran through, and you're going to get free access to all of these other tools as well. So you're going to learn a lot from us. You can go to our website, carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com on its own without the /rewards, and check out some of our podcasts, check out some of our past master classes and training sessions. All we do is help carpet cleaners run better businesses. What we do know is that, you that are on the call right now want to run a better business, and the ones that aren't on the call are either too busy and don't need to, or don't understand. And what I found is that a lot of carpet cleaners miss all of the basics they need to do to run a proper business, and then they wonder why they weren't successful. They bought leads for a number of years and then went and started another business or got a job. The ones that are successful are thinking from day one that this is a business I'm going to grow and sell someday, not for the price of the equipment, but for the value of the business. There's a reason why I was able to sell a 2-truck operation for $500,000 in cash and prizes, as we say, in the middle of a pandemic. It wasn't because I had $500,000 worth of equipment. In fact, the equipment was valued at, lease costs and that kind of thing. It had nothing to do with that. It was the value of the database, the value of the marketing positioning, the value of the profit coming in every day to the company, regardless of who owned it. So that's what we teach you. That's what we do. If you need any help with any of that, here's where you go. Go to carpetcleanermarketingmaster.com/schedule. What you're going to get there is first, Rima on the call here, she's going to reach out to you and she's going to learn a little bit more about your business of a 5-10 minute call. If you can't get on the phone, we can give you a form to fill out, but you're going to learn about your business a little bit more. And then we're going to put our research team to work for you. It's about a $500 value right there alone, because what we're going to do is we're going to go check your entire online presence, your entire competition's online presence in your local marketplace. We're going to make assessments about, what you're doing right, what you're doing, not quite right. I don't like to say wrong, but what can be improved upon, things like that. And then all of that gets handed to me. I spend a bunch of time looking at all of it for you, and I charge $495 an hour to consult for the businesses I consult for, carpet cleaners and otherwise, to help them get all of these strategies right in their business. I'm going to look at all of that for you, and you and I are going to get on a call. And these calls usually last about an hour. And we're going to go back and forth, and I'm going to show you, give you a step-by-step plan of how to go from where you are to where you want to go. We're going to actually open up that spreadsheet and say, hey, what was your revenue this year? What do you want to be next year? Here's the plan. Here's how much it costs to land a client. Here's all of it, and then if, our digital marketing agency, Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters, if you want to hire us to do some of the pieces for you, build world-class websites, set up your lead nurture and automation so that when anybody comes to your website, anybody comes to your social media, anywhere like that, they're actually being nurtured and spoken to properly. You have a way to chat and text with them. You've got an immediate form fill callback. So as soon as somebody fills a form, it rings your phone, you press 1 and you're talking to them right away. So you got that immediacy that everybody wants nowadays. Anytime it takes longer than 15 minutes to get back to somebody, even if it was just an email or a form fill or a chat, the chances of them booking with you drop by 70%. We have tools and systems in place, and our tool called Carpet Cleaner Lead Pro, all designed to help carpet cleaners become more successful. We'll talk all about that, but that's just a part of our base program with our marketing. So we're going to help you with everything we can if you want us to, and otherwise you're going to leave with a step-by-step plan of what you need to do anyways to grow your business, whether you have other vendors helping you or whether you want to consider using us down the road. So you can get on one of those calls, one of those strategy sessions by going to carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com/schedule. And again, I'll go back to that previous slide. You're going to go to carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com/rewards and get this entire kit. So hopefully that's been valuable to you. Got to bounce off. We've been pretty close. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Got through this, so that's not bad. Kind of close to my expectations there. If you have any questions at all, I got to bounce. Rima's going to stay in the chat for a few more minutes. You can ask your questions there. You can reach out. There is a button in the chat at the top called Schedule Strategy Session. If you want to jump on one of those right now, we don't have a ton of them. There's only a couple of hours here and there in my upcoming schedule that I keep available for these. Obviously, there's a lot of time and attention that we give to these. So and we deliver a ton of value. It's not a sales call. It's just how to help you build your business better. So if that sounds exciting and intriguing to you, jump on one of those calls. And thanks so much for attending, and keep an eye out for the next masterclass. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments in the chat and the back and forth that's been going on with Rima and everybody. So we look forward to talking to you next time with another great, powerful marketing strategies to help you grow your carpet cleaning business to hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars a year, wherever level you want to take it. We know how to do that. We're here to help. Thanks so much. Take care.